These are huge challenges that we're talking about here, and to address them, I think we really need some concerted and coordinated action at a global level. And so we challenge the world leaders here today and those of us here in the room to establish a global fund for education. The global fund to fight AIDS, tuberculosis and malaria has led to a revolution in public attention and funding on health. A similar fund for education would enable us to give that same focus, that same attention and that same clarity. A fund for education would bring together governments, businesses, foundations and the public in a powerful coalition for change. Using the model provided by the Global Fund for Health, the Global Fund for Education's mission would be to ensure quality education for all and to nurture the global citizens for tomorrow's global future. Building on the work of the Fast Track Initiative, on the work of the Global Campaign for Education, a global fund for education would have a strong commitment to quality education for all and global citizenship. And the strength of a global fund in our eyes lies in its ability to bring people together, to bring together financial resources, to bring together intellectual resources, and to bring together political resources. It enhances effectiveness, it coordinates action, and it gives the sort of clarity and direction that we've seen in Gordon Brown's work in the UK on the Commission for Africa, on the Stern Report, and on reports of when Tony Blair will hand over to him. Now, we see that we've got the same opportunity to give this focus and clarity to education. Even with the coordinating work of something like the Fast Track Initiative, we're still billions of dollars short on reaching the MDG2, Universal Primary Education for All. Yet, how are we going to reach this even higher benchmark of quality education for all if we don't invest more money and not just look to governments for the investment of this money, but look to all places? And so I doubt anyone in this room, except perhaps the Google guys or Bill Gates, of themselves can actually address these problems single-handedly. So we're proposing that we bring together all of the key stakeholders when it comes to education and invest in real outcomes and quality education for all. I'm now going to hand over to Armin and Yosra, who'll go into a bit more detail about some of our thoughts on how we'd make this happen.
Now, first of all, we're going to talk about quality. And we believe that investing into teachers is the key factor to really promote and boosting educational standards. We believe the fund, the Global Fund for Education, should focus on three aspects: quality teacher training, decreasing absenteeism, and reducing class sizes. As Chanda has told us previously, in many countries, some teachers get hardly any training at all. We have to learn how to teach. The fund could support innovation in teaching training, could help spread best teaching practices from country to country, and set up an international network, helping teachers, helping them each other's out and giving them advices in their professional development. Once we've trained teachers properly, we have to make sure we give them good jobs. Many teachers currently work in terrible conditions. Now, perhaps we should not ask ourselves why teachers are absent from schools, but rather why they show up at all. Now, this leads us to the question, how can we reduce absenteeism? One approach would be to increase local control, for example, by giving local school committees the power, new power, to hire and fire teachers. Another would be to reduce class sizes. Ladies and gentlemen, teaching 25 students is hard. Teaching 70 is a cruel and unusual punishment. We believe the fund should set a target for a maximum class size of, say, 30 students in primary schools. Otherwise, education for all lacks meaning, substandard education for many. Part of the solution is better use of technology and the intelligent deployment of teaching assistants. We will need much more innovation from us, from youth, in quality standards, to truly make an increase. And in the end, I believe this is what our job is.
The fund's second area of focus will be to nurture active global citizens. This relies on introducing curricula that can be adopted by individual countries, but fulfill certain general principles. The principles include helping students develop the skills to work across cultures, by providing them with the knowledge of historical experiences of the different cultural groups. All students should also have the opportunity to study different languages, and should have also the opportunity to work on various key skills, such as problem solving, civic values, conflict resolution, rights and responsibilities of citizenship, and last but not least, pathways of active participation. This could be done through addressing different various areas of core studies, which include civilizations of the world cultures, comparative religions, and definitely human rights. The handling of this material must be done in creative and interesting ways, cultivating critical thinking and analysis. One would ask, is this actually possible? In the UK, we saw many projects that imaginatively linked together different ethnic communities and tackled intercultural tensions in and out of schools. There are much initiatives across the world that show us what can be done. But they need greater global support and better networking amongst them to share their experiences and exchange their opinions. If it is bold enough, the Global Fund for Education can save millions of people from dying, not from diseases, but from ignorance.
We want to thank you for listening to our proposal, but we also want to challenge you, the world's economic power brokers, to begin the change that you wish to see in the world, and to put your words and our hopes into action. In reality, we believe that the world's leaders should make a renewed commitment to quality education. We've seen similar efforts turn into reality before, right here at the World Economic Forum in the year 2000, as Gavi, the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization, was launched. We're asking for this type of global mobilization to happen once again through your efforts and initiative. The world is often so preoccupied in dealing with issues that flare up today that we often forget about our tomorrow. Nobody disagrees that the children are our future and that education is really the fabric of our society. Your Majesty, Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we must no longer delay in combining these two truths together. The Global Fund for Education is an opportunity for the world to act on their words. We ask you, the world's leaders, to give your personal commitment in making this happen. Thank you.